Supposed neutral ground for these two old rivals. Not a lot of distance separates the two, and when they come here for this clash, it can define a season, no matter what's happened before, what might happen after. Glad to have you with us from TIAA Bank Field, home of the Jaguars in the heart of Duval and Jacksonville, Florida. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Florida Gators, taking on a participant from the playoff last year, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia likely to kick it deep to get things started. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida's offense will come out first. Last time these two met, the big dogs ate as Georgia rolled easily.
And taking care of business in a rivalry game like they did, it means a lot. The bragging rights are even better. I can talk about stomping you out. Speaking of stomp, 2007, Mark Richt getting the team to run on the field, celebrate. Those are the moments that you think about in this.
Breaks into the open. A really nice run and gain, and he gets down to avoid taking punishment.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
Catch in the middle. It's Robinson. At the 40, there he goes. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
They build their attack around those big plays, and they got one to give them a 1st and 10 in the red zone at the 18. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking to the end zone. And he was going for the touchdown there. They couldn't make the connection.
The defense did a really nice job on that play, closing in on the intended target. They had two guys near that ball.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Trying play action. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, on the opening drive of the game, establishing a rhythm and a cadence offensively is really important. They've done some good things on this first drive to put them in this situation. Obviously, you just threw an incompletion on 2nd down. Likely going to throw it again here right now. Quarterback has just got his
pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. The kicker will try to punch one through from 41 yards away. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. Here he comes from inside his own 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will try to get something started with their first possession. And this running game might have a huge advantage when they get to the 2nd level of this defense, David.
Well, and this is a big challenge. Like, you're overmatched. You understand this guy is a top-shelf player. And I'll be honest, this defense has kind of struggled a little bit this season. But this individual matchup, you got to get him on the ground. You got to find a way to corral him, slow him down. He can't be the game wrecker. If that's the case, it's going to be too easy for this offense.
And if you're on offense, you got to be thinking, let's dominate in the trenches and let's get our star running back into the 2nd level against this linebacker. We've got an athletic advantage at that position. So if we can free him up into the 2nd level of this defense, make him make guys miss, those are going to be explosive plays for the offense.
Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. He's got it at the 15. Touchdown, Dogs! Made the grab and then did the rest himself.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Both of you guys played in this rivalry. Jesse, what's your most impactful memory?
My senior year, 1st and 1 on the goal line, and the Bulldogs had Marcus Stroud and Richard Seymour, 2 first-round picks at D tackle. Coach Spurrier called Red Snoopy, which was a quarterback sneak. I didn't get it. Called it again on 2nd down. I didn't get it. Called it again on 3rd down. I didn't get it. On 4th down, he subbed our running back, who came in the huddle and says, "Red Snoopy, jump over the top, idiot." And we scored a touchdown.
That is great.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Going the other way, and he's got room.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Moving away from pressure. Snags it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Georgia. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. Well, just as you would expect, that didn't take very long.
It didn't, Reese, and you've got to make great field position count. When you've got opportunities, you got to pay it off. And the offense took advantage, scoring a touchdown. Didn't have far to go, but they got the points they needed.
So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Bulldogs are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll keep it himself. And they can't punch it in with a 1st down run, and the defense has 1 stop.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really
sneaks it in.
This is like having an extra running back in your backfield. This quarterback is magic. When he decides to keep the football, he can make people look absolutely silly. He shows you on that play.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. These two first met back in 1915, and for much of their histories, they've been sleeping giants. But man, when they wake up, do they wake up?
Well, two programs, obviously, with a lot of history and a lot of great players in the past, but I feel like because of the recent success of both Georgia and Florida in the last couple of decades, this is a game every year that everybody, not just in the SEC, but I think around the country, have circled because of what this game means.
Well, and it's so cool when you're a fan and you played in this game like me and Jesse both have. You can go back to a singular moment like Run, Lindsey, Run in 1980, which was a 3rd and long on their own 7 that they converted Georgia to go on to win a national title. Big games decided by big moments that live forever.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Robinson. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Looks to me on that deep ball like he was forcing it a little bit. You got to be careful as a quarterback. You're not trying to outduel the other guy who just threw a touchdown pass. You're just trying to win the game. So just execute the plays. The ball goes to who it's designed to go to. If that means you got to turn around and hand it off, then that's what you got to do. But I think on that last deep ball, QB forcing it a little bit.
I love early in a game getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Coming out, short passes, easy completions. Now we're getting in a good spot.
Jones wants to throw it. He's looking deep. He's got it inside the 25. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18. The Gators are marching down the field. They'll run the option. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. no surprise at all to find a Georgia defensive lineman wreaking havoc in the backfield.
Yeah, I find those big, physical, aggressive dudes that can be physical enough to play the run in the SEC and then pin your ears back and go get quarterbacks. Georgia does that and finds those guys really, really often.
And now on 4th down, they'll try a field goal. Absolutely perfect. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, every game in the Big Ten so very critical. How about this one today? Oregon is currently ahead right now in Autzen Stadium, but they just haven't been able to separate themselves offensively. They're up by 7 over Iowa. Just another week in the Big Ten where the only constant is chaos, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every day. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself? Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Motion from the back. Got it in the middle. It's Wiley. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. And the Dogs can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Yeah, and sometimes the coverage is just great. And as a quarterback, you throw the football away or don't try to force it too tight into a window, and you just say, hey, defense won that rep, good coverage.
Looking to move the chains. They throw it complete to the left. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Georgia ready to dial it up on another 1st down. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes the catch. Corralled and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and man, are they in business. From the 17-yard line, threatening to score on 1st and 10. Looking left. Touchdown, Bulldogs! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board. They've got the lead and trying to put this one in a hammerlock here in Week 10. And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big, a lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him, so that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Looking to fire. Makes the grab. It's Montgomery. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the 1st quarter. Both teams made no secret they wanted to target their big play receivers, and they've done just that in the 1st. Now to see if they can answer this early blitz here in the 2nd quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. They'll try to get the 1st through the air. Looking for a big gain. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Gators will call on their punt team. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion. Turning it on! He's at the 30, the 10, broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes this team go, that makes them tick, that makes them get first downs, and then hopefully move the football.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Finds his tight end. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. The Gators will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
To the ground. He's got it again. Makes the tackle at the 23-yard line. Give him 10 yards and enough for the first down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. To the air on first down. A shot toward the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. And the Bulldogs come to the ball trying to pick up this third and short.
And that's another productive run. This offense has had a bunch of them today, and the running back, I think this lead was built on this guy. He's done a great job all game long, setting the tone, and I think that's why this offense has been successful.
Well, no real mystery there, and I think this coaching staff has a lot of confidence in their offensive line to get the push needed, to give that back just a big enough crease to fall forward to get the first.
And it's so hard. My room for error is so small when I'm the defensive line. Like, I got to get off the ball as fast as I can and try to get some form of penetration. Just stop that ball from going north-south. They don't do it there, and they give up the first down.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Fires to the end zone. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete. It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Firing to the right, complete. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goal post.
That's a really big completion for the offense. And look, I know they didn't get the first down, but because of it, they're now set up in fourth and very short. And if you're the head coach, you're thinking very long and hard if you're going to go for this one now because of that.
Touchdown, Georgia! And they take it in for 6 more points.
What a play by the quarterback. What an effort. It looked like he was in a lot of trouble. Fourth down, nobody open. The pass rush is getting to him, but phenomenal athleticism. I mean, you just can't coach that, right? He's able to get to the outside and run that in for a touchdown.
And he's going to try to return this one. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Jones to throw. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, if I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get...
Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this in the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. It just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So, guys, we'll get another look at this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He's got an open man. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Line gets set, first down. Wants to go up top on first down. He'll throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Jackson. Good pick up there as he gets the first down. They'll mark him at the 48. Last completion moves the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Off play action. Fires to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
Looking to throw again. Caught over the middle. It's Montgomery. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. And the Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. Now they'll run the draw. He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. The Gators have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Gives it on the option. Oh, what a move. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here. The Gators pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Hand off from the shotgun. Got some room into the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Florida.
Man, you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to build some momentum. Hasn't really been going great early in this game, but a nice job being physical at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
On the move from inside his 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. He's going to take off. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. Georgia going up tempo. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Makes the catch. It's Wiley. Tackle is made at the 44, but he picked up 10 yards and enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. That's caught. It's Wiley. He goes out of bounds after picking up a few at the 35-yard line. The Dogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Throwing right. Hauls it in. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Dogs!
And man, the defense really needed to stop there. They needed to create some momentum, get the ball back to the offense before the half. But the offense does their job, and they continue to pile on, continue to create momentum. There's going to have to be some questions answered at half with this squad because it's been a struggle in the first half.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. Jones wants to throw it. Pocket breaking down. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Snagged in the middle. It's Robinson. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And the Gators are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to get it through the air. Stands in and takes the hit. And he dropped it. Oh, what a missed opportunity. Nobody around. Just had too much time to think about it. The Gators will send out the punt unit. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He's got him. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. Back to pass. Dances away. Caught near the sticks. It's Bliley. And it's a catch, but he's got enough for the first down. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Wants to throw on first down. Looking down the middle. That one will be incomplete, and we are down to 10 seconds to go. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. This one's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And here comes the field goal unit. And they weren't able to get him in the middle of the field, so now a 49-yarder from the right hash.
How great is it to know that if you can get the ball down somewhere close to the 40-yard line on your opponent's side of the field, you're walking away with at least 3 points because this dude is automatic.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. He's brought down, but a really nice return gets it to the 41. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. And he takes this from inside the 5. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Not sure they had to make many adjustments at halftime as they try to build on this lead here in the 3rd. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Bulldogs come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. The play action fake. Fires to the right. Got a man, it's Stoll.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead. They're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
And the Dogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Under fire. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43. Georgia sends out the punt team. He'll call for the fair catch and make it at the 14, and they'll be backed up to start this drive. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Jones to throw. Grabbed in the middle. It's Abrams. Gets him on the ground at the 31, but a nice pickup of 15 yards there.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
A strike downfield. Fine. Well, but not before. He picks up the first down. The Gators come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's Jackson. They make the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Complete. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game. And I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And the Gators, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Gators!
You know, this offense knew coming into the season it was so important for this guy to stay healthy. They needed him week in, week out because he plays at such a high level, and he's showing it here. That last carry was his 10th rushing touchdown of the season.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. And even after that last score, still working with a great big cushion. There he goes! And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it's going to be hard to stop.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? He'll do it himself. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one. The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Poe. Caught near the sideline, it's Thomas. And there's going to be a loss on that play, just run out of bounds and avoiding the contact. And the Bulldogs now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. And he'll be smacked to the ground.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
He'll pull it on the read. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Gives it to the back on the draw. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be low.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. Here comes the option. Gives it on the option. Touchdown, Georgia! Excellent pass by the back on the option. This team just knows how to finish. They keep getting better and better and better, and they are close to going 9-0. There is little the Dogs enjoy more than sticking it to the Gators, and boy, are they doing it right now.
Yeah, taking care of business. And listen, Georgia prides itself on being a physical unit. Every year, they're going to just pound you, bludgeon you, and Florida has had no response, just like in the last several games in this series. Georgia's just, they got the upper hand.
Georgia's always had talented teams. Certainly, they were very talented back in the day when I played them.
He's going for a big play downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out. They got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-up, run-over a football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. 3rd and short from the 28. Let's see if this is 4-down territory or if they just pick up the first here. On the move. And there were some collisions in there. The D finally stops him short of the marker. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback on the keeper. Jukes his way for more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. It's 1st down from the 11. Easy. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. From the gun, running back gets to give. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Love the push by the offensive line on that RPO play. Look how they just work the single teams and the double teams. You see linemen chipping off of their guys and climbing into the 2nd level and getting a hat on the linebacker. That's why those types of plays are successful.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the 1st down. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just added their total.
With that last touchdown, they remain undefeated. And what can you say about this offense? One of the most explosive in the entire nation. And they're coming in, I think, every week with the mindset that we're just going to outscore everybody. We are okay going into a track meet. And that's really what we saw in this game today. But opponents just cannot keep pace with them and all of the athletes they have on the offensive side of the ball.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Looking downfield on 1st down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Got it in the middle, it's moved. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. The Gators line up to punt it away. Wants to return it. Makes a move. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Back to throw. It's Poe. Sends it downfield. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0.